What's going on, guys? This is Empty Box, and this is the most satisfying button press in the history of mankind. That noise is just awesome. Yeah, Gran Turismo 2. But before we get going, check the description right now, because there's a video that you need to check out, aka the Gran Turismo 2 introduction video from the arcade disc, that you need to watch because it's that awesome. It's that awesome. Anyways, we're going to be doing I guess we'll call it Let's Play of Gran Turismo 2, because Gran Turismo 2 is the best racing game of all time. And if it's not, Gran Turismo 4 is. Honestly. I know someone's going to say, oh, this isn't a racing sim. Yeah, I know. Still doesn't mean it's still fun, okay? Honestly, it's fun. So that's why we're going to be playing it. This is not going to interfere with my regularly scheduled uploads and that type of thing. This is just kind of a series on the side because I thought it'd be fun, because this game's fun and I enjoy playing it even still today. This game came out back in 1999, 2000, 2001, somewhere around in there, towards the end of the PlayStation 1, and it is still awesome. Okay, this is pretty much Gran Turismo before Gran Turismo lost the plot. But anyways, we're going to be starting off brand new. I've just gone ahead and done some licenses. Got my International B-Class license because you guys don't want to watch the licenses. They're boring. If there's enough people who would like to see me do the International A license, I'll go ahead and do that in a video. But we'll see how that pans out. Anyways, I haven't bought any vehicles or anything. Just done the license tests. So we need a car. And we only got $10,000, which means that we need a cheap car. So let's go get the most stereotypical Asian music out there. Seriously, that clapping, man, drives me crazy. It's just so good, man. We're gonna go buy a Daihatsu. Yeah, because we can. Okay. This car is cheap, and I know from experience we can race it in a couple of different series. This Daihatsu Mira TR-XX. It's gonna stomp the competition. Okay, we've got $6,900 left. We got tons of money. I've done this a little bit here just to kind of play ahead and get myself back in the flow of things. And take a little bit of weight off this thing because it's not fast enough. But yeah, not fast enough. Daihatsu is 63 horsepower. And it might seem crazy, stick with me, okay? Probably saying you should have bought the Midget, okay? I know. But Midget Racing is illegal here in the United States. So let's go ahead and speed up our shifting, because that, strangely, is one of the big places to make up time with these pieces of crap. I mean, beautiful Japanese super compact cars. I'm going to head on over here to the special events, and these events are one-make races between these specific cars. We're going to do the Mira Challenge as our first race because that's where our car races, because it's a Mira. But don't forget, it's a TR-XX. Manual transmission, of course. I am playing this on the PC using the EPSXE emulator. I do, of course, own a disc of Gran Turismo 1 as well as a PlayStation 1 still, or Gran Turismo 1 and Gran Turismo 2, I should say. Forgot what game I'm playing because we're playing Deep Forest, and look at those lovely pixels, or pixel. Not sure which one it is, but we're here at Deep Forest Raceway, one of the originals. But I am playing on an emulator on PC. It works fine, no issues, no problems or anything like that. And we are using a Razer Anza controller because the Xbox 360 has terrible thumbsticks, and I need something with different thumbsticks for my other gaming needs, but pretty much irrelevant because we are using the D-pad and the X and square button because that's the way you do it. I've been doing it this way for a very long time, so it's just kind of natural like that, honestly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, listen to that ferocious one-cylinder engine running on hydrogen. It's amazing, isn't it? I hope it's running on hydrogen because something this slow should at least have some sort of upside to it. It really should. Just gonna cut through this corner here, flat out. It's really easy to go flat out when your car is only capable of 70 miles an hour. Funny thing is, here in the United States, that's like the standard speed you travel down the highway. You know, it's kind of hard to believe that this car actually struggles to do highway speed. I've never driven a car this slow in the real world. It's definitely got to be interesting. I think the slowest car I've ever driven in the real world is a Geo Metro, which did not feel nearly this slow. Probably because when you're driving one of those things, you always feel like you're going to die. Honestly, actually, that was one of the most fun cars I've ever driven. Strange as it may seem, that death factor really does amp things up. So maybe this car is fun to drive in the real world. Look at those lovely pixels there. These beautiful, stunning car models from Polyphony Digital, because it's so much fun to say Polyphony. This really was, though, in my opinion, the last Gran Turismo game before they started to lose the plot. And by the time they got into Gran Turismo 3, they had freaking silly long races. Like, I don't want to sit here driving around in circles on a controller for like 45 minutes every freaking race. You know, the 15-lap races with the Formula 1 cars or whatever they were called back then in Gran Turismo 3. It was just pretty stupid. And then it just got worse in Gran Turismo 4, and then it got even worse in Gran Turismo 5. And that just ain't cool, man. Come on, Daihatsu! Road holding, you're the TRXX model! I don't know what TRXX stands for, but it stands for we are in the lead. It's a Japanese translation. I think I just double shifted there. Oh, they're all over us. We have got blocks behind us. Gotta use more of that torque. This car is turbocharged. Hard to believe it's got a turbo and it only puts out 63 horsepower. Come on, Daihatsu! Give us speed! Okay, we're pulling away. I think we got it. I think we got it. This car has basically just paid for itself. Now to pay for the modifications. Yeah! They're 1 for 1. It would have been really embarrassing to lose my first race in this series. See? See, the TRXX is strong, man. Finished first, third, and last. You know, we'll talk about that guy. I don't want to watch the replay because nobody wants to watch the replay. You don't want to watch a 12 polygon car go around the track, do you? Yeah, we're almost to the point where we can drive a car that isn't a total crap box. And you might be saying, why didn't you just totally buy a car that is significantly faster from the get-go? Because I've done that every single time I've played Gran Turismo. Honestly. Usually head over to the Mazda dealer and buy a used RX-7, which, after doing it so many times in Gran Turismo 2, it's just kind of boring, honestly. So let's get going into these special events, because this is where you make a good chunk of dough. Okay, let's see here. Well, I guess we'll start with the Sunday Cup, because it's Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Tahiti Road, we should be able to win that. We should definitely be able to win that. Maybe. Because usually you get a race against midgets in this race. And I know someone who's never played this game, or Gran Turismo in general, will be saying, Midgets, empty box, you're so cruel and heartless. Well, no midgets. But we do got a Pajero Mini, as I like to call him. It's a little baby SUV. The car has pretty decent acceleration for what it is in the first 2 gears, and then it kind of falls on its face. But hey, what would be a Gran Turismo video without a Daihatsu? It's just kind of one of those things where you got to drive a Daihatsu when you play Gran Turismo, because why else would I ever find myself behind the wheel of a Daihatsu as an American citizen? And why? I just won it. I won it. I hope to God I never find my way behind the wheel of a Daihatsu in the real world. Yeah! Power! Don't mess with the TRXX. Turbo Racing Extreme. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 85 miles an hour. We are officially recklessly driving if we were going down the highway, but this is a racetrack, so we're just freaking slow. This car still has an extraordinarily slow transmission. If I didn't know better, I would say they have like the freaking shifter out of a big rig over the road semi in this thing. As long as these shifts are. Need a short throw shifter. Oh, we got 5th. Blazing speed. And huge downshift time. Probably should not have shifted, honestly. As long as these gears are. Strangely, it seems like there's no penalty for going through the quote-unquote grass here. No, don't block me in! Remember, kids, this is the real driving simulator. It's the most realistic racing simulation ever. There's tons of people racing 60 horsepower Daihatsus in Tahiti. I think that should perfectly illustrate, though, what I meant by Gran Turismo has totally lost the plot. I mean, 50,000 Skylines does not make a game good. Daihatsus make a game good. Okay. Midgets make a good game. Feels so wrong to say that. It's so politically incorrect. No, don't push me! Man, the TRXX has failed me. Oh man, the TRXX failed! Man. Yeah, stomped. I lost to a miniature Pajero. Just doesn't feel good, man. Doesn't feel good at all. You know what we need? I know what we need. This is the way to make your problems always better in the Gran Turismo series. It doesn't matter if it's Gran Turismo 1 or if it's Gran Turismo 12. When we get there, the way you make your problems better is very simple. Very, very simple. You go to your dealer, you click on Tune, you click on Turbo again. We ain't got the cash. Boom. That's a 50% horsepower increase for $4 grand. Man, could you imagine if you could do that to like a Ferrari or something? Boom. 750 horsepower, $4 grand. I call that a bargain. Call that a bargain. Turbos make everything better in Gran Turismo. Everything. Now we are going to curb stomp the competition, or I'm going to look like a giant idiot because I'm losing in the Sunday Cup. Which, quite frankly, losing in the Sunday Cup is pretty embarrassing. But we got some driving music, man. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about said music. Copyright issues. All joking aside, though, this song is totally hilarious. Every time I hear it on the radio, you think, wow, this song is quite dirty. I remember this song in Gran Turismo 2 when I was like 12. Kind of has a different vibe to it now. Rather than making me want to go through corners flat out from the outside as we're going 3 wide into this right-left chicane. Oh god, no stick. No stick. Oh yeah, bouncing off walls. Remember, guys, ultra realistic racing simulation here. And you'll probably notice throughout the course of this series that I switch my views randomly just because I can. I don't know. Makes me feel better. I almost need a downshift going into the corner, like while I'm still accelerating. That way by the time I get into the power coming out on the other side, I'm actually in the right gear. And we have definitely kicked it up a notch with that turbo. If we ain't careful, we'd get tossed in jail. There are cops in Tahiti. Oh, this guy doesn't know what it's good for him. That was a strangely really quick downshift there. Lift out of the corner a little bit here. Just don't have the roll holding thanks to our turbo. We have overpowered the chassis. Time to block like a madman. Seriously, damage is so overrated in these arcade racing games. So overrated. Don't worry about banging out the limiter. The engine's indestructible because it's a Daihatsu. Best car ever made, right here. Oh, I gotta be careful. This guy's gonna try the inside. No, you don't. No, you don't. Slow motion. A little bit of frame rate lag. It's all good though. Taking the Daihatsu to victory lane again. Because we can. We almost paid for that turbo upgrade. Almost. In all fairness, though, it's even because I lost by like 4/10 the last race and I won that one by about 5/10. So technically, I won both. So it works. Because I said so. It's true. It's very true. I love these black screens for loading screens. But we're going to go straight into the high-speed ring. We are going to recoup our investment. That way I can sell this car. Not that I'd ever do that because it's the Daihatsu TRXX. The TRXX. That's like maybe the top-of-the-line model. I don't know. It's got a hood scoop. That's offset, so you know it's got ferocious performance. Yeah, high-speed ring with a Daihatsu with like 100 horsepower. I'd just like to point out there's a BMW in our race, which you BMW fans out there, you may or may not want to look away depending on how this race ends up going. And yes, I'm swerving around because D-pad for the win. It's the only way I can sum it up. Makes you drive like a drunk all the time. Hardest part is going straight. Oh yeah, ferocious road holding there. Ferocious. Huge grip from the Daihatsu. Same might just pull a G1/2 on a skid pad. Look at that, flat out. They just don't make cars like they used to anymore. With no horsepower, apparently. Goodbye. It's good while it lasted. Nope. Cut too much there. Needed to get in front of that guy, that way I can get a push. I think there's a draft in this game. I'm not quite sure, but we're getting past anyways. Triple digits. Oh yeah, we are officially going really fast. Like, they would throw you in jail if you got caught going this fast on the streets. I mean, I think it's impossible to get thrown in jail with a Daihatsu. I'm proving it right here. Doesn't turn. And somehow, yeah, you might be wondering if you haven't played these old Gran Turismos, maybe you're a newer fan. Yeah, there was never a bridge at High Speed Ring. I'm not sure how that all became a lake, but hey, it did. Continuity is so tremendously overrated. I mean, really. Okay, we're coming up to the last corner. No! No! I will not get beat by a Fiat! Although I am racing a Daihatsu, so it's not really all that embarrassing. The important thing is I beat that BMW. Yes! When BMW owner has suffered the embarrassment of losing to a Daihatsu on the track. Number 6, you suck.